back at the land again today. Not been back for a few days now. This is what I completed the other day, just, I don't know, just half an hour or so digging, just excavating into that embankment, basically creating a big mess. So I'm going to carry on with that today. Hopefully I'll get all this cleared out, sort of cut down to grade, get the back of the walls there all sort of squared up and ready for the posts to go in. Before I do that, with all the rain we've had, I'm stuck. So I'm just going to get the excavator just to pull me out. The back wheels there, as you can see, they're just going over too much of a bump in the slippery mud. I think before I leave today I need to regrade this area and smooth it out a bit. This area here especially is deep and soft, so we'll get this area leveled out a little bit more so that it can dry out in the sun. But as they say, you can never be stuck if you've got an excavator, so let's get myself dragged out. What's this? The driver getting in the left hand side? No, it's not some funny American car. I'm having to crawl across because the actual door, the driver's door there, is up against some pallets or some rubbish on the other side. I couldn't open it. So rather than doing a Dukes of Hazzard and trying to go in through the window, I decided to go in through the passenger door instead. So the excavator's all fueled up. I'm not going to put the mud bucket on. Sort of sit myself somewhere around here. I have to pull the car a little bit further forward, but sit myself somewhere around here and take all that dirt and put that dirt over the other side here. Just drop it on top of these ferns and sort of widen this area out a little bit more. Obviously there's far more dirt there than I can sort of spread in this area, but that'll be the plan. Move all that dirt out of the way with a mud bucket. I think it's soft enough now for me to use a mud bucket and make some good progress. Because in this area here will be another wood pile going in, roughly 9 metres long. What I'll do with that one is I'll actually auger some holes in where all these ferns are. I'll auger holes in there and put some of those big tree stumps in the ground, level off the stumps. So I've got like a raised platform, and I've got some steel work which I'll weld up and create myself a roughly 9 by 2 metre wood stack in this area as well. So basically the area that I can fill with soil is from here up towards the car. I just sort of dump it over that side and let it spread out. So the change buckets on this one, there is no quick connect. It's a case you undo this, turn it, it feels like forever, and it actually raises a plate in there that then disengages, or allows that bottom pin to be disengaged. Let's get this bucket swapped over. And with the car rescued and the mud bucket on, it's time to finally start moving some of this dirt. See now, using the mud bucket to try and dig through this clay. So this is the issue with not having teeth on your bucket. But I'll get there. So what I didn't explain really very well is the actual problem is, in the previous video I had the digging bucket on, and I basically didn't do that back wall very vertical. So it's quite vertical for a good portion of it, but then at the bottom there's a bit of a radius in it, whereas I'm going to be putting my retaining wall at the back face there. So this big radius at the bottom doesn't help me at all. I need to remove that. So I'm using the mud bucket here just to sort of try and scrape off layers. But you'll see in a bit, I have a few more attempts at this, but in a bit I go back and grab the digging bucket and do the job properly. I could have got through it doing this, but it would have taken a long time. Just got out to have a quick look. From the cab it looked like I was pretty close to being finished, but here when you come out and actually walk in the hole there, so that far end, so the last bucket scoop there, that needs to come down quite a bit. Other than that, I think there's enough there to work with. I think I do need to get the mud bucket back on and try and excavate that wall a little bit further, make it a bit more vertical. So on here, that is most probably the end of the soil, so I'm going back, not a huge amount there, back into the wall, so it's not a massive area that I'm creating here, so I think I need to go back a bit further and give myself some more room. So I've been back in with the digging bucket, got the teeth into the back there and tried to square that wall up a little bit at the back, more straight up and down, and dug a little bit further into the hill as well. As you can see on the left hand side there, that back wall now is quite a bit higher than it was. So I'll put the mud bucket back on now, we'll move all this dirt out of the way, continue to sort of push it over the edge there, and then I think this will be ready for me to start marking out where the holes need to go and augering in the post. But let's see once I've cleared all this dirt. So just finished the tidy up, so this looks a lot more like it, a lot more ready for the retaining wall to go in. So I think if I need any more dirt out than this, it'll be a shovel job. I'm not that accurate. But yeah, we've got from the edge down here to the back there, we've got about 2 meters on this side. We've easily got 2 meters on this side as well. So I think it's time to mark out the posts, get the auger, and get this retaining wall in. Okay, so I've got it roughly marked out now. So I was going to do 2 bays at 3 meters by 2 meters. I've just sort of marked out where the 3 meters are, which is these front marks. And yeah, if I push this back into the hill, 2 meters means I've got to keep excavating. That retaining wall is getting pretty high as it is, so I'm going to actually make it 2 bays of 3 meters by 1.6. So it's still quite a good sized bay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the auger the first holes in, the front holes, and then get some string lines in to put a hole in the middle, and then we'll work on the back ones after that. We'll try and get all these posts put in. So at the end of the day, got that cut out quite nicely. Got 2 posts in, got a 3rd hole dug, and yeah, we've marked out those hole centres there that are marked. They're at 1.8, so we'll bring them in a little bit, I think. Got 3 long round poles for the back. I need to find another post for the centre here. 100 by 100. Next time we come back, hopefully we'll get these holes augered, and then we'll start getting the sides and the back on.